Good evening, classmates. My name is Dee Dee Volpe. Today I'm going to be doing my last and final speech on a topic that is big in the news today and is somewhat controversial. I'm going to be doing it on global warming and the effects that it has in the environment today. In my honest opinion, I believe that global warming stems from a man-made event, and I hope that you will be persuaded by this, and I hope that you enjoy my presentation. What is global warming? We refer global warming to climate change. It is considered the increase in the average temperature of the Earth's surface, air, and ocean. Global warming has been happening since the Industrial Revolution time, according to multiple scientists that have researched climate change. During this time period, wood burning marked the beginning of the impact that humans made in the atmosphere. In order to power the factories and steam engine plants in the new industrialized society, the start of burning coal was forming and created during this time period, which also added to the atmosphere. Large amounts of heat-trapping gases, primarily known as carbon dioxide. Other factors that have contributed to climate change is greenhouse gases such as nitrous oxide and methane, which hold the heat in. CO2 is at the top for about 80% of our greenhouse emissions released in the atmosphere today. Such things as natural gas, oil, fossil fuels, and coal used in cars, factories, and power plants will in the future and over time increase the Earth's average temperature. According to the IPCC, the Intergovernmental Panel Century of the Climate Change, models have projected that there will be an increase in the atmosphere temperature in the 21st century from 1.1 to 6.4 C. It found that greenhouse gases were responsible and were observed for temp increases since the beginning of research. After careful research of this topic of climate change, I feel that our actions have caused the majority of the pollution that inhabit the Earth's atmosphere today. The evidence that I base my decision on is that a man named Lonnie Thompson stated that a greenhouse gases have infected glaciers in Mount Kilimanjaro in Africa. He predicts in 10 years that the snows will vanish. Glaciers in other parts are vanishing as well, in Glacier National Park and in the Alps. One of the hardest hit by the greenhouse gases is the Himalaya glaciers on Tibetan Plateau, which provides more than half of the drinking water population. What happens if the glaciers vanish in the next half century? Then the world could face a water shortage, which could be a devastating event, and we don't want that. Other evidence of global warming is, according to MIT, the Institute of Technology in Massachusetts, shows since the 70s, storms in both the Atlantic and the Pacific have increased intensity by about 50%. Other disasters such as tornadoes and flooding have increased since 2000 and will continue to intensify over the next century. As we can see from 2018, we had a few Atlantic and Pacific storms that were devastating in certain areas. And I believe that came from climate change and the warming of the ocean. The reasons for increasing in the storms is the ocean temperatures are higher and increasing because of global warming, according to scientists. Also, our ocean life is dying as well. Coral reefs are being affected, which they are important ocean species. Destructive dynamite fishing and pollution from nearby shores have killed off the coral reefs. Other aspects is researchers agree that global warming will definitely increase the number of mosquito-borne diseases such as encephalitis. Mosquito population increases when temperatures and rainfall increases Other diseases such as malaria, yellow fever, and the West Nile virus has been increasing since the 1970s. Fortunately for us, they have developed ways of handling some of these mosquito-borne diseases so that there is not major breakouts. Health in humans have also been affected by the climate and the weather. They are finding a leak in between the climate change and mental health, which is not good. A group called the Climate and Health Assessment have done surveys and graphs that show certain rises in mental health when it comes to climate change. Last but not least, for all the reasons that I have stated and spoke to you about, I feel like the past and future was and has been affected in global warming, and we still are being affected. To be realistic, I am sure that there are occurrences in the world that could not be changed and was going to happen regardless of what we did as humans. I am sure that folks against global warming will say that there is no actual proof that global warming exists or that humans made it worse. But I disagree with that analogy. There is much evidence to believe that there's too much evidence to suppress and believe that argument. So in closing, I feel that global warming is real and the majority of it is man-made. However, I do believe that there are some natural occurrences, but overall, in my honest opinion, I believe that we as humans have affected the global warming. I believe that we should take steps and actions to make climate change better. I know we can never get rid of global warming or the effects of it, but we as humans can make a difference in the environment. I just want to take the time to thank you for listening to my presentation, and I hope that I have changed one person's mind, and I look forward to listening to your presentations, and I'm glad I had a chance to meet each and every one of you on the internet, and I hope that y'all have a successful educational career. Y'all have a good night. Thank you.